the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the San Francisco 49ers. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading him out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. And now a look at the Washington defense.
Eric Kendricks is another one of those bloodline guys in the NFL. His brother Michael also plies his trade as a linebacker. And Eric's trying to show him he's the best in the family.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check pass. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Here's Freeman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
Minus that. 19. 54. Know your job. Time to go.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Open here, Adam Thielen. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Going to throw right side here, complete. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Found his target. It's Anderson. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 21. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Now it's Watson, the bootleg. This is the tight end Fant, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Freeman. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it. I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup. Sanders on for the field goal, a 23-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense. And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett. Brissett to throw on 1st. And the grab by Croft. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And a quick look at Washington's offense. Out wide, they have A.J. Green, who can run every route you want on the route tree and take the top off of defense with his speed and has the length to go over the top of people to catch the ball. But maybe the most impressive thing about him, the only wide receiver ever to be a Pro Bowler in his first 7 years in the NFL. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
From his goal line here, Watson lets it fly for Thielen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Well, just like you said, they've got the lead, don't do anything silly, run the football, and that's what they did. They
would have liked to have created a little more room for their punter, but he'll take what they gave him, and he'll go out there now and try and get the ball off and help his defense.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Saquon Barkley. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Brissett. And able to find Green. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards. First down, Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Brissett. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Barkley, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On 2nd and 9, Brissett, and that's complete. It's Green here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Redskin 1st down. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
That's where you belong.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, over there. Single receiver.
2nd and 5 now. Brissett, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the gun, here's Brissett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Break this up.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports.
All day, baby, all day. Where's the cat? 19. Check, 59. Time to go, night. Out we go.
Watson off the bootleg. And his throw is incomplete. The H-back, Ryan Hewitt, the intended receiver. And it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brandon, when you and I sit down and play chess, you're always winning. So I've got to figure out how to get that done. But we're watching a real chess match today between the offense and the defense. And on that play, called a draw, the defense ended up winning.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Reset. And that's complete to Croft. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
You go.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And Freeman lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, here's Watson. Now he'll let it go deep over the... And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run. Devontae Freeman. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Freeman. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on offense. Let's go.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Watson now to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Geronimo Allison there to make the grab. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-3. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Brissett, and that is incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. But now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Brissett now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Good stuff. Keep going there.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Watson. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Out of the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go to Barkley again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Brissett from the gun on third. And he fires one, but incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Deshaun Watson making his way back out. The focus of our players' spotlight. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves. Not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it. We got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Watson looking middle, and it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Watson lets it fly for Thielen, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Defense.
They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but now it'll be third down. Throwing on third down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
For plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go,
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Watch, twist.
First down, Brissett. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He's going to air one out, and this one is incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford, there for the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Brissett. And the grab by Croft. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Pick me up. Here we go. Check safety. Check safety.
They'll run on first down. Barkley able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
I got shoot this side. Shoot this side. We got three.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brissett. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Hey, 81 right
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
The kick by Bryant is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. From the 44, Watson. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 43.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Brooke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Watson. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
A 33-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. From the 35 on 2nd down. Brissett caught. It's Wilson.
We play to win.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Brissett now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On first down, Watson. He's got Burton here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's Watson, a bootleg, able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And his throw here's incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the target there, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Josh Allen in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. And great special teams work here. This is knock it on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Brissett on first down. And he fires one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing, Brissett. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey. I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up, but I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Key 26, key 26.
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 44 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Brissett. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Open man is Allison, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. This is Freeman. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Watson. Geronimo Allison, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Watson looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Brissett to throw on first. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Brissett sets to throw it. And he coughs up the football. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Mike, check, 59.
A 20th carry now for Freeman. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Watson off play action. His throw incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Switch up, switch up.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Freeman again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Now it's Freeman. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Sanders' kick is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So the Redskins down by 12. At time, a huge factor. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. First down, Brissett. And the grab by Croft. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards that time at a Washington first. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. After the sack on 1st down, Brissett. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. Now Brissett.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. They're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. To throw is Brissett. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. On 1st down, it's Freeman. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So the victory here for San Francisco. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the 49ers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.